everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you guys are doing great. Taria Vision Avant here. And today we are doing our normal Thursday onboarding meeting. We're doing it today because a couple of reasons. It's a few reasons, but mainly because Juneteenth was on Thursday. And I know that a lot of people were going to be out and about. So it was just honestly a great day because, of course, many people had the day off. So it's a great day to go out, network, go to events, all the things, right? Regardless of your nationality, it's a great day to get out, right? So I postponed it to today. I just actually flew in straight from Virginia. And so grateful and excited to be here today. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, though, go ahead and drop your city and state in the chat. Drop your city and state in the chat if you guys can hear me. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to open it up for Q&A. This is an onboarding meeting that we do for new members. And basically on this onboarding, we go over a lot of the things that you need to be making sure that you have access to. But then what I'm going to do today is I'm going to also open it up for questions. So if you have a question, okay, if you have a question, what I would like for you to do is you can either, for our members, you can type the question in Telegram so that I don't miss it. And I'll answer it live, or you can type it in the chat. You can type it in the chat, but make sure to let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me on here. Hold on, let me make sure I got the link. Let's see here. If you guys can hear me, go ahead and type it in the chat. Oh, and I also have to you know what? I just thought about it. I need to make sure I open up the Facebook group on my phone because, of course, if you are watching from the Facebook group, we want you guys to be here as well. So I will, hold up, open it up on my phone so I can see if anybody is chatting in the Facebook group. Again, if you can hear me loud and clear, guys, go ahead and put your city and state in the chat. We are streaming currently right now. Of course, on Facebook, we're streaming on LinkedIn, on YouTube. We have two channels on LinkedIn, on YouTube. We have my channel, and then we also have the Book Profits Club. So we are streaming all over the place to make sure that everybody is able to see the onboarding. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this training. And so I'm going to share my screen. And again, if you can hear me clear, hold on, let me make sure because nobody's typing. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, you can hear. But yes, please go ahead and put in the chat what city and state you guys are chiming in from. If you are not a member of Book Profits Club and you want to know how we are getting you guys, are getting our clients on more stages, platforms like podcasts, TV shows, etc., you can go to this link right here. How to speak on morestages.com. How to speak on morestages.com. So let me go ahead and pull up the screen so you guys can see. 1 second. And again, if you guys have any questions, then you want to make sure that you go ahead and post those questions so that I can answer them. Alrighty. So let me share my screen. How I want to do it. I'm going to do it like this. Here we go. And make sure it's on the screen here. Is that how I want it? I guess this will work. Y'all can see it, right? Everybody can hopefully see it. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this up and present. Now, I'm not going to go through this full presentation. However, everybody will get a link at the end of this presentation if you want to get the full PDF so you can see everything. So again, put your city and state in the chat, guys. If you can hear me, Kiba, hey, what's going on? Those who are watching on YouTube, put in the chat, hey, AJ Robinson, what's going on? Everybody drop in this chat, in this chat, your city and state. So again, today we're going to talk about getting logged in. And those of you who are not members, you're going to also get a chance to see everything that you get. Well, not even everything, a slice of what you get when you're a part of BPC, okay? But the goal is to walk you through getting logged in, finding your resources, and getting started with the essentials, all right? We also ask, give us 6 months. Now, when I say 6 months, let me just put a disclaimer out, y'all. So I had somebody the other day was like, I was with y'all for 6 months, but you were not plugged in. And I'm going to be very transparent here, y'all. When I say 6 months, I mean 6 months of doing the work. So if you are dividing your time, hey, Wanda, how are you? if you are dividing your time doing other things and not following what we have, which is our success schedule, I'm saying give us 6 months of following the system. And so I'm going to show you what that looks like. And then also, guys, for those who are gold members, you can literally be able to afford your business operations by selling 8 books a month. Okay, 8 books a month. All right. So yes, Kennesaw, Georgia in the house. Hello, 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 Wanda. Okay. Okay, so all new members, if you are a brand new Book Profits Club member, please. Hey, Dr. Mary, how are you doing? Make sure that you have filled out your new members form. This is a form that you're going to get from support, where it's going to ask you for like your name, your social media, your date of birth, things of that nature. And that is because we want to keep up with those special days. We also want to be able to send you something special, create a flyer to, recognize you, all the things. So make sure that you fill that out. Very important. And also, I just want to let you guys know we provide a lot of resources. And this is another reason why we say give us 6 months, because it takes time to learn these. However, again, I have to reiterate, it only works though if you're willing to work towards your business every single day. So you got to be willing to put something into it. Let me tell you something, guys. Entrepreneurship, and this is the thing. I get a lot of people that tell me they want to be business owners. They want to make 6 figures in their business. And if I could be real honest, y'all, to make 6 figures on a job, you have to work 40 plus hours a week. I'll repeat that again. To make 6 figures on a job, you're working 40 plus hours a week. But a lot of times I'll have people that will come to me and say, I want to operate a business that earns me 6 figures, but I don't really have a lot of hours to work it. But we will go and work a job for 40 plus hours a week. And the number of people who actually make over 6 figures is less than 5% of those in the workforce. So we have to understand that, guys, this is going to take time and it's going to take work. And the idea, though, is consistent activity over a long period of time, consistently doing the work. And so you have to be willing to consistently put in that work, even when you don't feel like it. The reason why we may not be where we want to be is because we are emotionally challenged when it comes to, hey, I feel good today, I'm gonna do work. Y'all, I have not been feeling the best over the past week. And there are reasons behind that. I won't get into it. But even still, that emotionally I've been going through stuff, I've still had to show up for my business. Now, maybe not as full-time as, I normally would, but I still have to show up for my business. And so even though we're providing you with a lot of these resources, we're not expecting for you to get it overnight, but you also have to understand that these are all tools designed to help you build your business. Okay. So the first thing we need to make sure that we have done is we're going to go log into our courses. Okay. You're going to log into your courses by going to the link login.bpccourses.com. It's going to look like this. Now, what I generally do, y'all, just to be honest, is I click on the login with secure code, because sometimes I've got so many logins. Hello. Anybody else got a lot of logins like me? I have so many logins that, child, I don't remember every login, and I'm trying not to make it a habit of using the same password. And I know there's apps for all of this, but I just go log in with secure code, and then it emails me my secure code, and then I'm able to log in. Now, once you log in, there's going to be an area where you're going to see where it's talking about your success funnel. This is something that you want to get to eventually, but where you really want to start, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and log in real quick just so you guys can see, is you want to start on the tab that literally says start here. So when you log into your courses, it's going to look something like this, okay? Now, depending upon your enrollment, you may have access to the Public Speaking Success as well as the Book Profits Club University. Now, what I will tell you is that BPC University has so many amazing resources, but this is only available to our elite members, the Public Speaking Success and the Book Profits Club University. However, when you're first getting started, we recommend go here to the Speaker and Trainer Series. When you log into the Speaker and Trainer Series, you're going to see a section that says how to get started. How to get started. this is where you want to first start. You want to make sure that you understand what the success schedule is. And as you can see, I am starting it off with prayer hands, because this right here, I promise you, if you are willing to do this over 6 months consecutively, the success schedule, and do all of the things, you're going to start to see your business grow. Now, in the process of understanding the success schedule, which is less than 2 to 4 hours worth of work every single day, you're going to have to identify some additional things, but that is why we have all this training available. So, how to introduce your business. So many of us were brand new. We've maybe not heard of, like we call them the intro statements that we do every Monday night. We give you an exact template layout of how to actually introduce your business. Many times, new entrepreneurs or people who are new into the BPC space, and and I've learned this, it just depends on where your background is from, but a lot of times what we do is we lead with, when we're introducing ourselves, with our titles. But how many of you guys know, if you want to type in the chat and let me know, how many seconds do you actually have to grab someone's attention when you're introducing yourself? Yes, Wanda, too many logins, right? Child, that's why I'll be like, give me the code. Type in the chat if you know how many seconds you actually have when you're introducing yourself to grab someone's attention. Well, if you put 3 seconds, guys, you have 3 seconds. So when you start off your introduction with, hi, everybody, my name is Taria Avant, and I am a speaker, coach, author, we have lost 3 seconds of time to grab that person's attention. So when you're doing an intro, honestly, transparently, you want to log in here to this training so that you can look at it, because it starts with the hook. The hook. Even in a 30-second introduction, a hook. So please, BPC, log into this, introducing your business, and look at this training. We also talk about onboarding Thursday. And as I was telling you guys, generally our onboarding meeting is on Thursday, but we moved it. How to join the private chat and the BPC all-in-one software system. This is important. This is going to show you how to log into your software that allows you to operate your business. This is the only software I use outside of using Zoom. I don't have to use any other software to run my business, y'all. I mean, I use other technologies like to stream and stuff like that, but for the most part, y'all, I am utilizing our BPC system. I send emails, text messages, I make my sales calls, I have my capture pages, I do my social media posting from my software. I do everything on my I run my ads from my software. It's just so much, y'all. And so you want to make sure that you learn how to log into your software. And again, you're going to need to make sure you look through this training. Now, hire a VA. I talk about step 3, hire a VA. We have added, if you go down here to this training, you're going to go to, is it performance? Under performance, there is a new training that talks about how to hire a VA. And I'll show you step by step how to do it. 14 minutes, okay? So please make sure y'all go check this out, this training on hiring a VA, how you can get one starting at $4 an hour. And then after you go through the start here and you're done with that, you need to look through your success funnel, okay? And again, I'm not going to go through too much, but your success funnel allows you, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a guest, how to have 4 items and run a 6 to 7 figure business with just 4 items. I've been in this space now as a coach for 10 years. And one of the biggest challenges is wrapping our heads around the fact that we don't have to a la carte our businesses to death. When you a la carte your business, this means that you're willing to do any and everything for a little bit of change, okay? When you do that, it reduces your value in the marketplace. It also causes you to be overworked and underpaid. So we teach you in BPC how to have 4 items. 1 is a free giveaway. Remember what I said at the beginning of this presentation? I said, listen, if anybody wants to know how to get on more stages and podcasts, I said, go to my link, howtospeakonmorestages.com. That is my free hook item, and I'll explain a little bit more about that. intro item, core item, and premium item. And remember, this is the Book Profits Club. So we show you how to leverage your book as an intro item. Now, the biggest mistake that authors make is they write a book to sell a book. This is called the Book Profits Club. So my goal here is to show you guys how to be profitable. How to be profitable, but with your book. Now, remember what I said though. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? I said the biggest mistake authors make is they write a book to sell a book instead of writing a book to sell. We show you how to leverage your book so you can generate over $10,000 a month. And that is with our success funnel formula. Okay. Let me give you a scenario. Just the other day, I went to an event that was in Juneteenth, a Juneteenth event. I gave out copies of my book, Voices of Change, which is the book that we took to Ghana. I gave out copies of it. I had my Voices of Change t-shirt on and everything. And by me giving my book to one specific person, it then turned into an opportunity for me to speak in front of an audience of 100 people. Hello, everybody. Can y'all hear me? Giving away my book turned into an opportunity for me to speak in front of 100 people. So I'm not only leveraging my book to sell the book, but I'm leveraging my book to sell. Because now when I get on the stage, now this is a cold audience, then I can decide, okay, which of these 4 items am I going to offer? Well, this is an audience of 100 people, so I'm for sure going to offer them my free hook item. But generally, when I speak at someone else's event, because I know the money and the time and the effort that it goes into putting an event, I don't like to sell my core or premium item. I will at the most sell my book. But then from that, I can offer people an opportunity. Everybody that purchases my book, maybe you can get a free ticket to the core item. There's all kind of ways that you leverage this, but the ultimate goal is to build multiple streams of income. And also, let me just add this as well, guys. We don't have a success funnel so that everybody can afford our services. We do not have a success funnel so that everybody can afford our services. The reason you have a success funnel is because the person who is your ideal customer, which is only one type of person that has the specific characteristics, is so that you can meet them where they are comfortable. A person that can afford your premium product is going to be the same person that may start off just buying your book, because they still have to not only build the know, like, and trust, but many cases in today, it's about building that relatability. So you have your success funnel, and this is how we teach you how to leverage your book. Your book is going to get you on the stages. Your book is going to get you in front of the people. Your book is going to be the tool that you can use when you are speaking at someone else's event, and maybe you cannot sell your core, your premium. But your big mistake that you don't want to make as an author is writing a book to sell the book versus writing a book to sell. Now, here is the BPC Success Schedule. We know, and when I say we, I mean me, myself, and I. I have done this. And when I first got started as a coach back in 2015, I was doing this on a routine basis, but I wasn't just doing one workshop a month. I was doing 4 to 6 workshops where it says right here, one webinar per month. I was doing 4 to 6 of them per month. A 1-hour workshop. Now, what are you going to talk about in this 1-hour workshop? This is what we call your signature talk. Your signature talk. This is a 1-hour presentation. Now, when you are a part of Elite, when you join Elite, there is a separate training that is the public speaking training that shows you how to develop your 1-hour talk, your intro, your body, and your conclusion. That's what this is all about. Okay. However, if you are not a part of Elite, the best way to figure out how to do a 1-hour presentation is to look at other presentations. I'm telling you, that's how I learned. I invested a lot, though. I will tell you that I'm not going to lie. I invested $10,000 into a public speaking course that taught taught us about selling. I invested another $10,000 into a 4-day mastermind that also talked about selling from the stage. So I have invested a lot of money on learning how to sell from the stage, but I also made sure that I went to as many events that I could. You know who has the best presentations? Let me just tell y'all. Don't tell nobody I told you. But some of the best presentations to look at and create like a talk, like create your talk, like look at their outline, are network marketing presentations. Y'all know I come from the space of network marketing. I built a multiple six-figure business in network marketing. I believe the reason why I'm also as good as I am when it comes to selling on stage is because I did so many presentations and I started off in the network marketing space. But if you want to know how to put together a really good talk, look at what they do in network marketing. And then you want to create a signature talk, one talk, not multiple talks for your business. Okay. You're going to do one broadcast per week. So I am playing around with how I'm going to start doing these broadcasts. And I have been building up my platform over on TikTok. In fact, tomorrow I'm going to be going live on TikTok at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for an hour or so, over there teaching them about writing and marketing a profitable book. Writing and marketing. But you want to pick a day that you can go live for at least 30 minutes on whatever your favorite social media platform is. And the goal is to get them to go to your free giveaway. That's why everybody, you need to have your hook item capture page set up. Where do we get our hook item capture page? In the BPC system. We actually have templates for you. Okay. We have templates for you guys so that you can actually get your hook item capture page set up. Hey, Crystal, what's going on, love? ATL in the house. All right. And so when you do that broadcast, you're sending people to your hook item page. Discovery sessions. This is a sales call. How do I find the script for the discovery session? YouTube is waiting to start. Oh, no. Let me see what's going on. Do I got the wrong date? I do. Oh, Lord. Thank you for telling me, Crystal. I didn't even know that. Hold on. Let's might be too late anyways now. I wish I would have known 24 minutes ago. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Can I change it? No, it's showing that YouTube is live. I think I have it forwarded to the wrong link. That's what it looks like. Hold on, let me see. Let me make sure. I think that's what I did. Pretty sure that's what I did. Because I had to switch the links and I didn't update the forward. Okay, let me update the forward real quick. Hold on one sec, y'all. Appreciate it. Okay. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, then you should also be able to see the notifications. Because I think I did update it. I just did not update. Yeah, we are live on YouTube. Yep. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my channel too, because just in case the link does mess up, because we used to use a different link, but I changed it because people kept having challenges. So let me do this and 1 second. Let me update the link and boom. Okay. And go here. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. And don't forget, guys, if you do have questions, please do not hesitate to type your questions in. If you're BPC as well, you can put it. Well, I'm not going to be looking at Telegram just yet until I'm done, but you can definitely type it because I might miss it. But if you type your questions in the chat, then I'll be able to come back and answer some of those questions. We do have our 5th day of the 5K and 5-day challenge. So that starts in 35 minutes. And so we will be here for another 35 minutes. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. I update. Okay. All right. It's a lot that goes into this, y'all, when you had to update these links, chat. Okay. All right. So send. Okay. All right. So, as I was stating, guys, 4 to 6 discovery sessions. Now, how do you know how to do a discovery session? We've even made that available for you guys as well. Let me show you. We're going to go to, again, login.bpccourses.com. We're going to go to the speakers and trainers series. And right here, you're going to go to BPC discovery sessions, AKA interview calls. We literally have given you some scripts. We've even given you the Canva template. Whenever it's time for me to show someone the program or the product that we're selling, I generally send them. Oh, and by the way, I do all of my sales calls via Zoom. So my sales calls via Zoom, with the exception of our, like, for example, Author All Stars, we don't use Zoom. We just call through the software. But because this is for my premium product and we're building a longer term relationship, I like to get on a Zoom camera when I'm doing my sales calls. So if you are not doing your discovery session calls via Zoom, that may be a drastic change that can literally elevate your business to the next level. Okay. So you can use the script right then and there. You can even update your script and customize it. Also, those of you guys who are VIPs, see, this is a great option for the VIPs of the 5K and 5-day challenge, where in your one-on-one session, you send me over your script that we can kind of go through it during your 1-hour session. So that's one option of how to make sure that your sales call script is pop locking and dropping. Your DMs. This is the one that most people do not do. Now, let me just tell you guys something. How many of you guys have ever noticed that when you post on social media, a lot of times when you post on social media, guys, how many of y'all know that it is not showing to everybody that is following you? Yes, you got to subscribe. Yes, thank you, Wanda. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube so that either way you never miss anything that goes live. How many of y'all know that when you post on social media, not everybody that is following you is seeing your post? And so a lot of times when we have these workshops coming up, when we have a webinar coming up, when we want to go live and we're like, dog, well, I've been posting it. Guys, nobody is seeing that post. And social media will only extend it to a small percentage of people. By the way, let me tell you who they send it to the most. Y'all ready for this? This is something I've even learned with TikTok. So I had to turn off a feature on TikTok because I had it to where anybody that's in my phone, like my direct friends and family, would be the first to kind of see my posts. And while we would think that would make sense, your friends and your family tend to be the last ones to comment and support your post. So when you are posting on social media, the people that are directly like in your phone connected to you, they're not commenting on your stuff. Not because they're hating, they're just not. They're going to go comment on the celebrity stuff. They're going to like and share Shade Room stuff. They're not going to like and share Taria, okay? Cousin Taria stuff. And this is, again, not a dig, but this is the truth. And so when we're not sending out DMs to reach new people, you're literally posting in front of the same people who are not necessarily investing into what it is that you're offering, whether it's joining a webinar, getting to your workshop. And so when people do events and they spend all this time getting these amazing graphics, because I've seen some of our graphics out there and we're just constantly posting the same graphic to the same people who never show up, that is not marketing. We have to be willing to get up in those DMs. We have to be willing to say, hey, Jane, what you doing on June 29th? Pull up on me, right? So your DMs, you are either sending them to your webinar that they must register for. It's a private webinar. Or when you're DMing them, you're sending them to your hook item capture page. Now, my webinar is free and my workshop is free as well. And so I want you guys to also hear me this when I say this. When I'm doing a workshop / webinar, now physical workshop, I may invite up to 30 days in advance. But generally, I'm not inviting people to my free event until about 7 days or 7 days or less to the event. because most people that register for something for free weeks out, they're not going to remember. So the other days when I am not inviting to the event, that means that's 3 other weeks, I'm inviting them to my free hook item capture page. But this is a daily activity. Everybody say daily in the chat. This is a daily activity. And so you have to be willing to. And I'm telling you guys, there are even ads coaches today who will tell you, oh, DMing, but they straight be in the DMs. And so DMs, definitely. Okay. All right. So, hold on. I didn't mean to do it. I done tried to switch the thing. I done messed it up. Okay. And how I do it. I'm going to see. There we go. And then add. There we go. Okay, and then finally, 2 OPPs. Now, how many of you guys know that every Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, we give you a list of 2 podcasts, right? 2 podcasts that are looking for you guys. And these are all types of podcasts that we have. Every Thursday, we send to all BPC members 2 podcasts that you can apply to speak on. Now, some of them may be a fee. This is called marketing again. Let's talk about marketing. Marketing is not free. And if we are only expecting to do a lot of free marketing, we will always get the results of what we put into the ground. Does that make sense? And so we don't try to go and find podcasts that are charging, but sometimes there may be a fee. But for the most part, most of them are free. If you are an elite member, though, when you log into the BPC courses, you don't have to wait for Thursday, because right here under in the Book Profits Club University, when you go here, and to think, guys, I had a publicist that I was paying $1,500 a month, and did get half of what you guys can get right here in this promotion. But number 3, podcast the picture. You can see the full list of all the different podcasts that we have available and their links. And by the way, these podcasts, these are not just a list of random podcasts. Hold on, let me let you see. So these are not just a list of random podcasts. Guys, these are actually podcasts that have said, yes, we would love to be able to have your Book Profits Club members on our show. So we actually reach out to these podcasts. We let them know about who we are, who you guys are, and saying, do you have a booking link? So this is not even just a link to take you to their website only. No, this is the link to get booked to be on the show. And so for me, this is how I look at it. Some of the podcasts may have a big following. Some might have a few hundred, a few thousand. I don't care. All it takes is one person for your business to change. Does that make sense? And so those OPPs, we give you podcasts. If you're elite, we also give you conferences that are looking for speakers. We also give you media outlets. And so there's OPP literally stands for other people's platforms. Now, here are the weekly meetings. Again, guys, I'm going to give you a link so you could just get the link to download all these details. But the weekly meetings every Monday, do not miss this meeting. Do not have, somebody told me one day, they said, well, I had a client at that time. Guys, book your clients outside of Monday at 7:00. Seriously. This is where, let me tell you why. It's not only just about getting on Monday nights so that you can share a win, but also sometimes we need encouragement. But most importantly, it's also about building community. I've seen people come into the Book Profits Club community because we are a very supportive community to those who are supporting. And they'll come into BPC and then immediately start marketing and promoting their offers. And I'm going to tell y'all, I will let you know if I feel like you're only joining for that, because that's not what I'm building here. We're building a community here, a family environment. This is where we are supporting each other. But if you want people to support you, they got to know who you are. And so that's why Monday is such a great place, because you can come on Monday and just introduce yourself. Let people know, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do, right? Oh, hold on. Y'all ain't seeing the screen. But this is who I am. This is what I do. So Monday night, y'all, like, don't schedule calls on that night. All right. You don't want to miss it, even if it's just for the first 30 minutes, so you can get up there, share your wins, so people can know who you are. I'm telling you guys, that is going to be very pivotal for you every Wednesday. Now it's either 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. Right now, technically, guys, it's actually at 1 p.m. because of our daylight savings. So I'm gonna update this, but sometimes it could be at 12, but sometimes it could be at 1. But we have our BPC system support call. This is where you will be able to, you can log in every Wednesday. Okay. Every Wednesday, there's a different feature that has gone over. Every Wednesday, you're able to log in to learn about a different feature in the software. Now, let me also tell you guys this. If you do not have a VA, we are doing a VA's call on July the 6th. I know it's the 4th of July weekend, but your VAs, if you are following the training that I have taught you guys, you should be hiring a VA in the Philippines. They are not celebrating July 4th. My VA is not in the United States. And you're going to learn, if you follow the training, you're going to be paying them $4 an hour. Okay. But if you do have a VA, regardless if they're in the Philippines or not, you need to make sure they're plugging in every Wednesday to this call. Even if you can't make the call, this should be a requirement for them. But this is where you're able to learn more. And if you have questions, now every day, Monday through Friday, we also have our support who is live either between 12 and 4 or 12 or 1 and 5. Okay. And then every Thursday, this is our onboarding call. Generally, it's on Thursdays, but because Thursday was Juneteenth, we did not have the call. Also, I want you guys to remember, Rome was not built in a day, so you got to be willing to give this 3 to 6 months. Now, I'm not going to go over everything of what the Gold Elite membership has and gold and things, but I will tell you that we do have a course. For those of you guys who are not yet authors, we have an entire course that will show you how to write your book from scratch. It is in our challenge. And if you're an elite, there's also a separate section on writing your book, but every single BPC member has access to this, writing a book in 72 hours. And we've had several members to do it. Okay. Now, our program is all about community, resources, and exposure. Community, resources, and exposure. The community, this is where I talked about our weekly calls, weekly support, private chat. Y'all, it's literally worth the membership by itself. Being a part of our community, if you really engage and plug in, it only works if you really plug in though, guys. Your life is going to change. That's a fact. Our resources, all-in-one software, and you hire a VA, $4 an hour, guys. Everybody can afford that. 2 hours a day for $4 an hour, 5 to 6 days a week. Everybody can afford that. And then have them plug into all of the resources and tools that we provide. Have them log into the BPC system. Have them log into the BPC courses. Have them be on all of the calls that we do. They should literally know everything that you are supposed to know because they are basically a branch of you. Okay. But our resources, we have the all-in-one software with our tech support, 50% off design services. We have, if you need press, media, all those things, we have all that available to you. Right now, we're going through our 5K and 5-day challenge. Today is the 5th day. So right after this, we have our day 5. You get 50% off of one-on-one coaching sessions with me. So much, guys. It's a lot that you get with the resources. Oh, you're also listed on our Author All-Stars website. Okay. So here's some of the 4 pillars of platforms, which are the exposure that we make available. So we have media articles and press releases. As I was saying, guys, it's 50% off. So when you log into Speakers and Trainers, any of the media links, if you want to get published on them, all you've got to do is just let us know. You email support, you get 50% off of what is listed. Okay. Print and digital magazines. We are partnering with many other platforms out there where you get an opportunity to be a part of magazines, as well as our Author All-Stars magazine, y'all. This is a movement. The city of Atlanta it's such a movement. City of Atlanta awarded us in our 2nd year Author All-Stars Day, which is December the 15th. And so this is something that if you are an author and you are not a part of the magazine, you want to do it. But when you are a Book Profits Club member and an Author All-Star, you also get additional awards at the conference. audio and video podcast, as I was just sharing with you about the podcast. And we also have our own podcast that airs on our own network, T Squared Impact Network, which you can find on Roku, Amazon Fire. You can find it on Apple. You'll also be able to have podcasts that you're going to find on iHeartRadio and more. And then our workshops. Every single month, we do a monthly workshop. So our next pop-up workshop in Atlanta is July the 13th. You're going to see marketing go up for that probably tomorrow. Anybody is welcome to come. Members, non-members, it's going to be an amazing event. But as a Book Profits Club member, because we only allow members to speak at our workshops, you can be a speaker at that workshop. We also have our 2 international events. We have Dubai, which is our it's our book, Elevate and Empower. And so that's a leadership workshop. And then Voices of Change, our conference in Ghana. So we're going to start opening up speaking spots. Ghana is full, but we are going to open up some speaking spots for Dubai, which will be Dubai in May. And then we just had Ignite to Profits. And again, only people that get to speak at these events are BPC members. And so we offer them at cost. So you partner with us. So if you've ever done your own workshops, you already know there is a lot of time, money, and effort that goes into them. And one of the things, if I could be transparent, that I got tired of doing is I got tired of investing into being a part of a workshop and going, and it would only be the speakers there as far as attendees. And I've seen that happen. Or I see where people will do an event and it'll be 40 speakers. Am I lying, y'all? It'll be 40 speakers at the event and 45 attendees. And so I said, you know what? I know how to get people to come to workshops, whether it's nationally or internationally. So instead, let me create these platforms and opportunities for our BPC members. So when you come to a pop-up workshop, you get a chance to be able to get in front of a new audience and you get the registration list. If you want to come to Dubai, to Ghana, you want to do Ignite to Profits, you get an opportunity. So those are our platforms. So again, I'm not going to go through all of this. This is if you're elite, but if you want to get access to all of this and see this PowerPoint presentation, let me show you where you need to go. You're going to go to this link right here. First, let me tell you your homework. Log into the courses, review the start here, work on your success funnel. That is your 4 items. And then once you have done that, you want to utilize the templates within the BPC system to have your hook item. If you log into the speakers and trainers, you're going to see where the speakers and trainers, it tells you how to introduce yourself. And how I know if somebody's actually logged into the introduction part, they're following this template right here. Under the start here, introducing your business. Literally the third thing. In a 30-second introduction, if you notice, it still says to have a call to action. Guys, anytime you speak, you should be collecting coins or contacts. Whether it's 30 seconds or 90 seconds or 90 minutes or 90 hours, I don't care. You should be collecting coins or contacts. So if you really want to slay your intro, log in and make sure you go through this training. Okay, guys? All right. So you're going to get your homework done and take 30 days to get it done. Don't try to rush yourself, right? It's not an overnight. If you have questions, the only email, if you can't remember any other email, guys, do not email me asking me about billing. Do not email me asking me about logging into something. Do not email me unless I personally email you and say, hey, I need something. Who you should always email is support@bookprofitsclub.com. If you use any other email, it is a strong STRONG, all capitalized, possibility that it will not be received. I get hundreds of emails. That's why if you email me, there's an automatic email message that comes back to you, because a lot of times people will do that, or they'll CC me in the email unless I instruct you to do so. CCing me and CCing Sam and CCing all the staff, that does not speed it up. That is a big pet peeve of mine, actually. It is. So support. That's why we also have Telegram, guys, because Telegram, if you've emailed support at bookprofitsclub.com and they did not get back, which Jave always gets back, you can also say, "Hey Jave, I sent you an email, I haven't heard back." So again, the email is support. That is what, if you have a question about billing, if you need help, if you don't know how to log in, we do have different emails, but in case you can't remember, email support and she will forward it over to wherever you need to go. Okay. All right. This is how we confirm your attendance as well as how you get the PDF. Go to newmember.bpcinterview.com. If you are not a BPC member and you're like, I want those podcasts, I want to be a part of the family, I want to be on these platforms, I'm trying to speak, you need to go to bpcinterview.com. bpcinterview.com. All right. Now, I don't see any questions in the chat. I don't see any questions in the chat. So I'm not sure if anybody has any. But yes, if you are not a member of Book Profits Club, you're going to go to bpcinterview.com. All right, y'all. And if you're not yet, and you just want to learn more about, how you can get on more stages, how you can be a part of our events, you can also go to this link that you see right here, howtospeakonmorestages.com, howtospeakonmorestages.com. That will give you access to our free masterclass, which, by the way, is the template that all of the Book Profits Club members have. They have access to their software where they can create their own website. And literally, this is the template. So the template that I'm sharing with you guys for free, everybody has this access for free, is the same design that I use for my lead capture page as well. So one thing you can know about me, y'all, and this is what I think is so important, is that I will never teach you something to do that I am not doing myself. And I see a lot of coaches that will get into this coach world and they'll tell you what they learned, not tell you what they do. Nobody told me or taught me the success schedule. That was something I created based on the activity that I was doing consecutively and what I knew that every business minimum, that was my minimum schedule. I'm full-time entrepreneur. So I don't work 2 to 4 hours a day, right? I work more than that. But for those who are trying to at least create a strong foundation to build up to a 6-figure income, following that success schedule, I'm telling you guys, I created that. The success funnel, I created that. Nobody taught me a success funnel. This is all my intellectual property. And so I'm not saying that like, you can't use it. I'm saying that I'm teaching you things that I actually do. I'm teaching you things that I actually do. What has helped me to build a business that has done multiple 6 figures in 12 months? Literally, I wake up and I'm in a dream. I'm telling you guys, and this is not me bragging. I'm so grateful to be in this space. Like I told y'all, I'm looking to see what that shadow is. That's the sun. I hadn't been, I had some personal stuff take place within my family. And then we had our Ignite to Profits. And to know that I didn't have to necessarily be working 12 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 6 hours a day, and my business still grows because we have so many things implemented, which has come through the process. And by the way, what happens is once you start following that success schedule of the 2 to 4 hours per day, then that means that you're staying consistent. Guess what should be happening? Your income should be increasing. Your income should be increasing. When your income increases, it allows you to do more things. That's why you need to hire a VA. That's why you want to have someone that literally can help you to do some of the busy tasks that are not necessarily increasing the bottom line, but getting you closer to it. And so, all right, you guys, so listen, we're about to get ready for day 5 of our 5K and 5-day challenge. Since I do not see any questions, you're welcome, Wanda. I don't know who else is watching still, but if you guys are all watching, thank you for being here. And sorry again, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. So subscribe to the YouTube. We have people watching on both of our YouTubes, on the Book Profits Club as well as the Vision Avant. Subscribe. So even if a situation like that happens where y'all know mentally I have been going through it. Yeah, it's been a tough week. So that was just a user error on my part, but guess what? We all have days where sometimes it's a lot. So mentally I've been going through it, but if you would just subscribe to the channel, you'll be able to see whenever we have another live stream. But our next onboarding will be Thursday. It will be this Thursday at 6 o'clock. So it won't be Sunday, it'll be Thursday. So make sure to plug in. I'm also excited because in Atlanta we have the tea party that's coming up, and I'm going to be one of the coordinators of the 3 C's and 15. And I can't wait for you guys that are coming to the tea party with the Atlanta Black Chambers Women's League. I have not even gotten my dress yet, y'all. I don't know what I'm going to wear for this. If anybody knows where to get a dress locally for a tea party, let me know. Just say, I do not know where to go get a dress. So if anybody knows, let me know. All right, you guys. Well, God bless you all. I pray that your day is full of peace, prosperity, happiness, and everything in between. No questions popped up, so I'm assuming everybody is good to go. Make sure y'all have gone to the link newmember.bpcinterview.com. And if you are not a member, go to bpcinterview.com, or you can just go right here to howtospeakonmorestages.com and learn how you can be speaking at one of our next events. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Bye, y'all.